Good evening and welcome back to the West Ham Network for today's live version of Hammers Headlines. Yes, this is a live session for the Hammers Headlines. This is also in association with the guys over at kumb.com. If you have not done so, make sure you do go and check out their content on their website. A great forum, fans from all over the world. You'll get good banter, you'll get good information. It's definitely worthwhile going and checking them out. So how are we all feeling this wonderful, I don't even know what day we're on, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. Depends on where you're watching from the world. It could be you waking up in the morning, having your breakfast. You could be sitting down at dinner time, or you could be asleep in your bed. But either way, we are here. We are live. Now, go and check out my couple of videos we've done today already. We've done a West Ham Daily, giving you some of the updates on the transfer news about, obviously, the story that's broke today on Arthur Masukau, which we'll talk about as well. And the fact that we're still in the market to bring players in. Now, we know we're in the market to bring these players in, and we know we will strengthen in our depth, of our squad. So it's a no-brainer. And then we did the Europa League draw. Now, West Ham have roughly close to knowing who our opponents will be come the first game of the playoff for the Europa League conference to get through to the group stages. But as we always do, we'll get started on today's first story, and that is what we're understanding, because West Ham now have sent out Arthur Masukau on loan to Besiktas. David Moyes is going to push forward now with the left back or left wing back position. And he has named Kostic as the number one target. We're going to go hell for leather to convince Kostic to come to the club. Now, Masukau, who joined West Ham from Olympiacos back in 2016, is going to spend the season on loan at the Turkish club, and the deal includes an option to make the switch permanent. Now, the 28-year-old only made 6 Premier League starts for West Ham last term and would have slipped further down the pecking order should Moyes have succeeded in bringing in competition for Aaron Creswell. Now, West Ham have been in strong negotiations and talks with Eintracht Frankfurt over a deal for what we are now calling our number one target, Serbian wingback Filip Kostic. And we're willing to meet the German club's asking price, but convincing the player to make the move is proving more difficult. Now, he did win the Europa League last term, and Frankfurt, of course, can offer him Champions League football this season. While Kostic does have one more year left in his contract, he could then wait it out and get a lucrative free transfer next summer, with a number of leading Italian clubs reportedly keen. The issue we find here is that now that we understand that Kostic is tempted, extremely highly tempted, to get a move to London. He is tempted by the London thing, but the minor situation is that we don't and currently don't have Champions League football. Now, with Masukau heading out the door, that leaves us with Creswell as our only natural left back option, you could say, although Ben Johnson can deputise. But we are led to believe he is going full guns blazing to bring and convince Kostic to come to the club. Now, what we're learning is that there's a couple of Italian clubs that are interested who both play European football, in particular Champions League football, and whether or not Kostic is going to go to the Serie A and ply his trade there. However, he will not bag the amount of weekly salary he'll get at West Ham, because we're looking to potentially pay double his weekly salary. He will have some form of European football by coming here. It's about believing in the project. I repeat it week in and week out. It is about believing in the project. For me, this is the man we need to bring him in to replace him. Masukau, fair play to you, son. You wore your heart on your sleeve. You seem like a good lad in the changing room. It's worked well for building up, the rapport you build up with the players, etc. But coming to the latter end of your career, it really wasn't working out for us. So leave your comments in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on, first and foremost, Masukau leaving the club, and secondly, Kostic potentially being West Ham's number one target and bringing him in for the summer window. Now, next is Declan Rice has been speaking out, but don't you worry, nothing. He's not speaking out about leaving the club. He has been in talks with all the Premier League captains over whether the clubs in the top flight should continue to take the kneel before games. Now, Several reports are saying that the 20 captains in the division are holding discussions over whether the clubs will continue going down on the knee before matches, as they have done since Project Restart after the COVID suspension. The captains are said to already have had one meeting but were unable to meet a resolution. Rice was appointed captain after Mark Noble's retirement, and as a result, the skippers have now gone away and discussed the issue with their teammates and are now poised to report back in another meeting. Now, the decision has to be reached before this Friday, because the Premier League season kicks off with Crystal Palace facing Arsenal at Selhurst Park. Now, Palace's Wilfried Zaha is one of the most high-profile players who stopped taking the knee, and other clubs down the pyramid have done so too, including Derby County, Bournemouth, the latter of whom now are a top flight club after last season's promotion. The BBC are reporting that many players feel that the anti-racism message has now lost all of its impact. So what do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section as well, as we move on to the last story for today, and that is the fact that West Ham have, of course, found out that we will either take on Vidborg of Denmark or B36 Torshavn of the Faroe Islands in the UEFA Europa Conference League playoff round. Now, this season's playoff round draw was made in Switzerland this afternoon, where 22 ties were drawn, including the one pairing David Moyes' Europa League semi-finalist with Middles, Vidborg or B36 Torshavn. Now, West Ham's opponents must face one another in a two-legged third qualifying round tie played over the next couple of weeks. The first leg is in Denmark tomorrow, Wednesday the 3rd of August, and the second being held in the Faroe Islands next Tuesday, the 9th of August. West Ham's playoff first leg will be played at the London Stadium. We were drawn at home for the first leg on Thursday, the 18th of August, with the return leg scheduled to be played at either the Vidborg Stadium or the Torshavn on Thursday, the 25th of August in the Faroe Islands. West Ham will have to make do without our captain, Declan Rice, for both the legs, of course, after he was banned from the comments he made towards the referee in the tunnel when West Ham lost to Eintracht Frankfurt in Europa League semi-final last May, which is still a heartbreaking image and thought about as well. Now, Moyes will be also absent from the home leg, as he was handed a one-game European ban for volleying a ball at a ball boy in frustration during the same game. Now, we know the Conference League is very much geared towards the minnows of Europe, especially during the group stages, but that doesn't mean that the competition isn't a very well thought of competition. If you look at last season and you look at Roma and you look what it meant to them to win a European competition, it was a huge, huge deal. Now, Vidborg, who are they? The club's full name is Vidborg Fod Sports Forening. Excuse my pronunciations. They were founded in 1896, just under a year after West Ham. They finished 7th in last season's Danish Superliga, and Vidborg play in green and white and are nicknamed the Greens, and a shamrock is featured on the club's crest. The Vidborg Stadium has a capacity of just under 10,000 all-seater stadium, and they're managed by Jacob Friis, who has only ever won one trophy in their 126-year history, the 2000 Danish Cup. They beat Lithuanian side Sūduva 2-0 in aggregate to reach this stage of the Conference League playoffs. The club's first ultra group was established in 2002, when a group of young adults established Fanaticos. In 2004, a new group, Shamrock Ultras, was born. The currency in Denmark is the Danish krona, and £1 English equates to, at the time of this writing, 10 krona. The average cost for local domestic pint of beer in Vidborg is 40 krona, around £4. Next up, though, is B36 Torshavn. The club's full name is Bot Filiago 1936 Torshavn, founded in, you guessed it, 1936, 41 years after West Ham, depending on when you believe West Ham was born, of course. They finished 5th in last season's B3 Belden Faroe Islands Premier League and are currently 4th in the 2022 table with 7 wins from 15 games played. Now, they play an all-white home strip with a light blue away kit with white shorts. They're nicknamed B36, the White Tigers, which means whites, and Vitar, which means whites. Now, they play at the Gundad Allure Stadium, which has a capacity of 5,000, and they're managed by Dan Brimsvik and have won 20 honours in their history, most recently the 2021 Faroe Islands Cup. They beat Bosnian side Borac and penalties after a 3-3 aggregate draw in the first qualifying round before seeing off San Marino's Tre Fiore 1-0 in aggregate to reach this stage. They are one of the biggest football clubs in the Faroe Islands and are said to be known for playing technical and positive football. And they're part of the Kingdom of Denmark, so their currency is the Danish krona. So like Vidborg, 1 English pound equates at the time of writing 10 krona. The average cost of everything appears to be higher in the Faroe Islands, where a local domestic pint of beer will set West Ham fans back around about £5. So there you go. There is all your information that you need to know all about the Europa League. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section. First and foremost, we've spoke about Kostic and Masukau leaving the club, so that will be an interesting to see who we go all out for and bring in to replace him, and we will be bringing players in to replace him, so don't you worry about that. Declan Rice has been speaking out with all the captains from the Premier League. Don't worry, nothing negative, just talking about the situation regarding the teams taking a kneel and will they continue it for the new season. And I've given you all you need to know about the Europa League conference playoff opponents that we may face. Comments are in the section there. Mark Thrones in this. He says, you've got this. Mohammed has said, this is the same crap as the Lingard deal. Moyes won't let it go. I can't see Kostic coming in, although I wish he did and I could tempt him. I just don't see it likelihood. Happy Amaret, good to see you. Afternoon. Good to see you too. Good riddance to Masuaku. I think everyone's happy. Neil T, really good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while, mate. Kostic, Max is saying Kostic is not a fullback. He does not want to play for us. Move on. Black Country Hammer says, best Christmas present early this, Masuaku, thank God. Signing Kostic is paving over cracks. We'll see on the left side targeted. We need a left back. How lucrative will Kostic's options be next season? He'll be 30 going on 31. His chances now to maximise any signing on fee and wage. A year older next season will make all the difference from Chris. If Black Country Hammer is saying, forget Kostic, it's not going to happen. Let's move on to other targets. I think Moyes is not interested right now. He seems to be all set on bringing Kostic in. The manager has been there for 22 years. All great, thanks. Good to see you all. James Bong's in the house as well. And that really does bring an end to our Hammers headlines for today. Like I said, it is short, it is sweet, it brings you some of the information for the day. Hope you've enjoyed it. Go and check out the daily, go and check out the draw video earlier on, and then join us over the next couple of days. We'll have interesting content. I can't believe the football is back this week, and I'm excited to show you the preview. We've been working hard at trying to do something cool for the preview, and I hope you really will enjoy it. If you are interested in subscribing, please hit the subscribe button. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, hit the join option. Please leave a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Come on, you Irons.